Hi.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Girls Run These Worlds. Tonight, we are playing Dark Rites and Other Forms of Exploitation, our Deviant the Renegades game. We have Abby back with us, playing Nidra tonight. We will, uh, we will get to that in a moment. Quick recap: they crashed a party. End of that party, they got found out that they were there. Uh, End of that first session. Last session, they fought their way through the party. Uh, okay, I have my notes this time, so I know what Rancid Grandpa's name is.
Rancid Grandpa. Do we all remember
Gilhall.
Rancid Grandpa?
His
Okay.
name is Rancid Grandpa. I don't know what you're talking about.
What's his
He got
new
tossed
name?
out a window and is dead. And we ended that session with Celine attempting to give them a chance to run. Whether or not they'll take it, we will see. But if everybody would like to introduce themselves and their characters, starting with Nidra.
Hi, everybody. I am Abby. I play Nidra Nikorchik. She is autoergic invasive, which means that she is the cause of her own divergence and involved putting things into her body that theoretically did not belong there. In this case, she was an employee of Pragma Dynamics, and they helped her with her studies into becoming a digital being. She would not say that the results were a success, but also she doesn't remember a lot of what happened. But she does know that she has big issues with her boss's idea about what is good for humanity and the control mechanisms there. And she ran away. Now she's here for revenge.
And we will go to Gale next.
Hi, I'm Arnica, and I'm playing Gale, your biomechanical bird goddess. Um, uh, I will remember to say it this time. I'm an invasive genotypal. It only took me 6 weeks to remember to say that, which just means that I'm a cyborg. And yeah, no, I threw an old man out a window last week. I am deeply proud of myself. I have no regrets for any of my behaviors. None. Bash Bros.
And May.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jessie, and I'm playing May, your favorite flower girl, literally. And I always forget this too. May is an epimorph, which means she volunteered for her thing that turned her into this. And she's also a chimeric. So basically, she got injected with a bunch of flower stuff. And now she's a human flower. And also, there's mushrooms, there's moss, there's all sorts of cool stuff going on. And she was having a great time at the party until everything went to shit. So hopefully, we get out of this and don't die. Woohoo!
And Francis.
Hey everyone, my name is Philippe Dietrich. I play Francis Airlitz, aka Gollum of great renown. I was born a Jew and I died a renegade, baby, and now I'm alive still. It was like a fake death. It's complicated. But last we left off with Francis, the giant clay golem, I killed someone, supported Gale throwing Rancid Grandpa out a window, stuck around to see what happened with Nidra.
All right, and Gia.
Hello there, lovelies. It's an absolute pleasure to have you joining us here this evening. My name is Angel Lemos Mogrovejo. I use she, her pronouns, and I will be playing Cristiana Tia Olivera, who is an epimorphic coactive. In other words, she also volunteered for the experience that led to her becoming a deviant / broken. And I like to refer to this as she has a new passenger in her head who manifests in very startling ways that she may or may not really like, and pretty much is the definition of, oh God, this has awakened something inside of me. So, that's how that's turned out. And I made Abby laugh, therefore the session is already perfect for me. So I'm looking forward to hopefully not dying. We'll see if that pays off.
Okay. All right. Speaking of not dying, Deidre, last time we seen you, you followed Nigel into a room as he was about to take a phone call.
Best intro ever. Yes. Yes, that is what happened. Whew. So yeah, walked down a hallway full of security people. Was unaware that anything unusual was happening behind. Walked into the conference room and closed the door.
So inside, he's already on the phone, talking about supply chains or something that's gone wrong, and he's got to fix it. There's a big window on one side of this conference room, and he's facing that window when you walk in. How do you approach this?
Well, first off, it sounds like, he's sort of accessing all his systems, trying to figure out what the message meant, which means it is time for her to jack the signal. So Nidra is going to, while he is logged into his systems, try and boot into his information.
Okay.
She's got line of sight on him, and now's the time to grab data.
All right. And how does that work for you, Dan?
Electrokinesis, and this was specifically would be either input or research. Input specifically would be bypassing the security. If he's already logged in and I don't need to do that, then we're going to hold on the research action until I can look through his stuff.
Okay. I'm sorry. Wow, my brain does not want to work today. You're not going to get anything necessarily top secret off of his phone. You might be able to use his phone to break into something more top secret, but he's not going to keep a lot of info on his phone.
Nope, not exactly. It was more of, this will be a good gateway into other systems.
Okay.
So if it's a matter of that won't happen until I'm in possession of his phone, that is fine, and I will move on to that idea later.
Yeah, I think it'd be better if it was when you have possession of his phone.
Okay, excellent. Then in that case, we're already intending to not continue being subtle. So, oh wait, important question. What is on the other side of the window, please?
I don't know. It's probably just like a street. There's
okay.
Yeah.
Got it. I wasn't sure if it was leading into another room, at which point I was like,
no.
Important data. Okay. Then at that point, she's going to click. If there's a lock on the door at all, she's going to close it behind her. And then walk over and just try to take his phone straight out of his hand.
That's all you want to do is take his phone.
I mean, at this exact moment, I feel like he's going to have a reaction and she's going to deal with it from there. But initially, she intends to walk over. She's got the full head mask. She intends to walk over, take the phone, and step back.
All right. Roll dexterity stealth.
You got it.
First roll.
First roll. I'm not saying it's great, but we're gonna try it.
We believe in you.
Okay. Hey. Okay, so that is 2 successes.
And this guy's like a twerp, right? Like that's what I have.
We're
in
gonna find out.
We're gonna find out. Okay. Because in my head, he's like a dork. He's like,
Okay, so you take his phone from him, and he turns around, astonished. What the hell? What the hell? And then of course he realizes it's you. It's like, Nidra?
Hello, Mr. Fountain. I hope you're having a good night.
I was.
Okay.
fountained him.
So I have some important questions here, and I really need to emphasize that right now it is in your best interest to answer them for me. What blackmail did Aphrodite Security have in order to merge that deal?
You're no longer with the company. That's not information I'm going to give you.
I see. I will warn you again. This is your best opportunity to help me in regards to making up for some of the damage that you did to my entire life with that absolute smear campaign you wrote. No?
No.
Okay.
I think you know
ST?
exactly why.
She's going to use she's got integrate technology. She's
Okay.
going to basically reach out, touch his arm, and fire the pistol.
Okay.
That's our girl. Kick his ass.
I miss Nidra so much. Oh my
That
god.
is a dexterity. Sorry, 1 second.
Sure.
That is a dexterity firearms.
Under integrate technology, equipment bonuses become 8 again. Is that going to count for this weapon?
Yes.
Okay. So dex plus firearms. 1, 2, 3. Okay, got it. Okay, I have 10 and an 8. We're going to roll both again. 2 more 8s. We're going to roll those again. And a 9. Excuse me. Nope, that's 2 9s. I don't think we want me to keep rolling, but the dice have exploded multiple times. Let's see. Okay, and those are 3s, so ignoring that. But yeah,
We're at 6 successes, people.
Yelp. Equipment bonus, like 8 again is nothing to sneeze at.
Success.
A real success.
It is messy.
Okay, here's my question.
Hmm?
Do you want him dead?
No, she's going to take his hand off.
Okay. Because you said 6 successes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Using a firearm. That's.
I mean, if he dies from that level of damage, it's whether she intends it or not. But that was not her intention.
Yeah.
Yet.
he's close.
Mm-hmm.
But that is why I asked, because it is, yeah, it is going to be close.
Got it.
But now I also have to go look at tilts. Which, if you leave him alive, they will become conditions for him later, but they start as tilts. So he's going to suffer arm rack. Maybe that's under conditions.
So yeah, for everyone who is not aware of integrate technology, at some point prior to this party, Nidra took the pistol that she keeps, and the members of the cohort have seen this before, and basically concentrated on it, and it became digitized and sort of melded into her body. And so it, along with other pieces of technology that she integrates into her own code, can be used and hidden within her. So she literally reached out and fired a bullet straight from what could be anything from nanites to like digital code information. Just fired a bullet straight out of her hand at him.
Inspector Gadget. Inspector Gadget.
Gotta love an invasive.
That is so sick.
I'm just remembering the Smash Brothers announcement where they talked about a Persona character being added. His neutral special is gun.
So said good.
Jesus Christ.
Why didn't they add Sailor Moon's gun to the animation? Like it was.
No, it's unnecessary.
Give her a gun. Give every girl a gun.
No.
I mean, if it's a
We do not, I was
digital
about to say, we do
gun,
not have Lash. We have Gun.
We have gun.
gun.
Why have Scar when you have gun?
Oh no, this could turn on me in a heartbeat. I'm not saying otherwise, but
Why not have two guns?
Okay,
Oh, God.
Why you have to be mad? It's only gun.
Moon's haunted, grabs a gun. What did you say? Moon's haunted.
haunted.
Gets back on the spaceship.
I honestly thought there was another tilt for this, but he'll also have stunned, so he won't have an action for what would be his next turn. I'm also gonna say that, I mean, he is actively bleeding out.
Mhm.
So after so long, he is going to die unless, so if you want him to stay alive, you're going to have to stabilize him.
sure. Okay. And we're gonna move real quick on that case as his hand disintegrates. And we'll basically step forward and put the very dangerous hand right on his chest at this point and say, you told them that I'm insane. You told them that I should never be let near a lab again. You have a very short amount of time and hope that I have those medical skills that you trashed to stop you from dying. Tell me what I want to know.
Ooh, you know what? Hold on.
This is
I
awesome.
like having Abby back. I really like having Abby back.
I missed you all too.
I always forget that Nidra's like a badass.
I'm gonna need you to roll manipulation intimidation.
You got it. 1-0. Just the one success.
Okay, so he looks you in the eye and sputters out, "Fuck you. I'm definitely not telling you now."
You know what? I respect your decision, sir. And she'll just stand and wait and see if he's going to die by that.
Okay. It takes 2 damage, 2 bashing damage. While you wait, we are going to go back to the ballroom.
No, I need to know.
This is good pacing for us.
This is perfect, but like,
Yeah. I believe you need to make a scar roll to make sure that you can land safely.
All right, hold on. So I roll the 4 that is my magnitude plus. I feel like I'm supposed to roll the 4 that is my magnitude plus. I thought I knew how to roll this all the way up until you said roll. Now I'm all of a sudden going, no, whatever you're thinking is wrong. Please help me.
that's how they get you.
I know. I should have pretended to do this 40 minutes ago. Okay, what the hell did I roll? Let me look at my. I'm trying to look it up in my book real quick. Sorry.
You're fine. Which scar is it? It's overclock?
It's overclock.
Overclock. You suffer a point of bashing to repeat a variation for a scene. Lethal if you repeated one that can only be used 1 per chapter.
Okay.
Okay. I did have to roll against it in episode 1, but I succeeded and I did not overclock. So does this count as the same chapter?
No, that
Okay.
might have been rolling against. I might have just had you roll to fly. Let's see here.
I do recall there being a roll related to like trying to glide across somewhere.
Yeah.
I had to roll to see if I could successfully glide or if my overclock was going to kick in and my wings were going to fail. And that was at a significantly lower altitude. So I really need them to not fail, which is why I got to find what this says.
Just remember, if they do, and this is an important thing because we're invasive, you have the redundancy ability.
What does redundancy do?
Yeah, what does
Abby?
redundancy? Sorry, I'm still trying to read
Once
the right
per
thing.
chapter, heal all damage from your current scene and any physical personal tilts.
That's amazing.
Our bodies are not entirely flesh. They deal with shit better.
Okay. Was that the page I'm on? Why would you send me to this page then? You're such an asshole. Okay, overclock. 7 just. Okay, you're still not telling me what the hell to roll.
Okay,
just telling me
so
what it does.
looking at it, it looks like there isn't a roll. I think it might have been. There's probably a reason why I had you roll there, but here you are making a controlled descent, I assume, which is what it allows you to do.
Okay. Well, thankfully that explains why I'm confused. I thought it was
Yeah.
just me. Okay. So then, yeah, I have gone out the window, and in a glorious mess of screams and shattered glass and people screaming below on the sidewalk, as I go ahead and give my emperor, my rancid grandpa, one last gorgeous glittering smile and let go. And I watch him get smaller, and I go ahead and I flex my wings to see if I can catch that updraft of that hot air coming up the side of the building. Uh, Hopefully, we are just about high enough to do so. Um, and I trust fate. Let's go. I'm either going to land good or I won't, but at this moment, I don't care. It was glorious, regardless of what happened. Good for me.
Now it will take some time, but yeah, you can't go up. You can only glide down. So you'll eventually land safely on the street. However, as we established at the end of last episode, Rented Grandpa cannot do that, and
No, we can't.
he
Too
will.
rancid. Too rancid. Too rancid to fly.
He will die from the fall. Inside the ballroom is, I believe, still Tia and
Yep.
May at least.
Yes,
Yep.
we in here.
There, Celine is there telling you that like you should run. That like there are more guards coming up the stairs, and like you need to go.
Do we have any sense which direction Francis is? Because we know where Gale went, and I think Tia is in this moment slightly scatterbrained and just trying to assume Gale will find us again, hopefully. Because we can't fly, so that's not really a thing we can follow up on.
Yes, I'll say that you know like the vague direction of where Fleet might be.
Yep, I think we had left to go together, Nidra and Francis, and I think that was noted from a couple episodes ago. So although you don't know where Nidra might have gone now, Francis has not moved from the hallway. I've been
That's true.
staying in the hallway the whole time.
Yeah. Francis, while frozen hearted, is still like following the plan for the most part. It's just on
Because the
autopilot.
chapter ended, Frozen Heart is no longer active. So Francis
Oh,
is back.
that's
Francis
really
is
good to
back.
know.
Francis is good.
I had a contingency in case it was, but I planned. It's not a good plan. It's like 24% of a plan.
No, I knew you were going to say that.
Hey, I'm better than Star-Lord, so it's worth double of what he does. You can quote me on that one.
Yeah, that was
Anyways,
wait, I'm sorry, don't cancel me.
they'll cancel me over less, so I'll gladly take the attribution. Anyways, so we're aware of where Francis is. Can I go with Tia while my arm is still like pretty incapacitated by the growing crystalline shadow mess that it is, and try and work with May to start trying to get out of here?
Yes. Yes, that is something that you can do. Um you don't have forever, but you do have a few moments as Laura Curtis is recovering from her own arm rack from using her power. Um
Kick her as you go by.
It's exactly, well, not exactly that, but
Oh,
you know what? Fuck it, because this is just, she will justify this later to herself as it helps us escape. This is not the reason she's actually doing it. I am going to burn, what is it? I'm gonna spend another one of my willpower. So that's a fourth willpower gone. in order to activate Living Conduit, which lets me use a once per senior chapter. Oh no, wait, use during senior chapter. Wait, it's a new chapter, so I still have it back. I don't need to spend it. Never mind.
Nice.
I believe I still have this because it's. No, wait, never mind. Blessing is once per scene, which I think we're still in the same scene, right? This has all been one super long continuous scene, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so I don't have it because I cursed the other motherfucker who was about to leave and I couldn't follow him because we had this mess. I'm gonna spend Living Conduit and a willpower in order to try and roll and leave a blessing of unlucky on Laura.
Okay.
Frozen Heart is still active if this is all the same scene.
What was that?
Frozen Heart is still active if this is all the same scene.
Ooh.
Sorry about it.
That's fine. That's fine. We don't know that that's a thing, so why would we avoid? So I can't plan for that.
Yeah, we don't
That's
even know
meta
it
knowledge.
happened in the first place.
Yeah,
that?
so I think this means I'm going to have to roll. Yeah, may choose for a minor misfortune to befall the target in addition to any narrative effect. I believe it's I roll the pool and I see if I can succeed, and then if it does, this will leave an effect on her of unlucky, which will essentially whatever she does for her next roll, equal to half my scar power, which will be 2. That will be a penalty to her next roll. So I'm just going to make sure she's not following us.
Yeah.
Okay.
No success.
Oh, oh.
All right. And you're gonna go. Are you going to try and find Fleet then?
I mean, I can't find Fleet. Fleet's over in
Or to
New York,
Francis?
so I can't.
Sorry.
In this canonical universe, I am in New York. I'm sitting down and eating a pizza. I'm happy with my friend. That's where Fleet's right now. I'm a little distant.
Sorry. Francis in the hallway.
Not eating the pizza. Yes, I am in the hallway.
What is Francis doing in the hallway?
So let me get this straight. So I'm trying to like timeline this. I think Gail has just flown out the window. I think I've like seen her fly off. I'm defending her from the other two in the hallway. And then I think whoever appears on the other side where I can't protect them. And I'm like, I just moved. But I think I'm about to attack the other two who are trying to get by me to get to Gale. Or we're trying to get by me. So I'm locked in combat still. I believe one of them's pretty fucked, but the other one's kind of untouched. Could be wrong about that.
Oh
Yeah.
yes. Yes.
Here.
Now I know Francis got the frozen heart going, so may not care necessarily, but if you leave them there, you can just like, because Celine is buying you the time, her like the people that work for her will just take care of these guards and make sure that they can't come after you.
I'm waiting for Nidra. I'm not. Francis said there's like a buddy system happening right now. Francis will not leave without Nidra because I
Okay.
know that, yeah, I think the Bash brothers are always like, leave no one behind. Now Gail's gone. The other two got each other, but Nidra's alone. So Francis is like, I need to help however I can.
Okay. So is that so do you want to
I want-
continue attacking these two then?
I'm going to try and stand guard by the door for Nidra. So I'm going to hold the door. Make
Okay.
sure it interrupts her and what she's doing. And
Okay,
when I
so
get, like,
that's
shot, I'm like, that's my girl. There she
Alright.
is.
That is what Tia and May come up to, is Francis like standing guard at this door into this conference room. That's how you find Francis.
Francis's foot is covered in someone's blood. They have stomped someone to death.
What does Francis look like right now? Because I remember there was a kind of
Francis has, because they were indecisive about what was the best form for the moment, or like they kept getting distracted and they didn't really care about presenting a certain way, so they kind of left half the body up. But I think we had established like the full body has snapped in, so there's just kind of like a hulking rock. That's just like their eyes are very dimly glowing, and at the end of the hallway, this fairly silent dark hallway, just standing there.
with bodies. Cool. Francis, you're big. We should probably leave.
No. You go. I wait for Nidra.
Nidra's still here. Tia, I
Yes.
forgot to do Nidra. I'm a horrible friend.
Gale went out the window.
Not surprising somehow.
Where's Gale?
Out the turnaround.
Oh.
And there's just shattered.
Oh. Oh. Hmm. Tia, what should we do? Should we stay? Should we go get Gale? What do we do?
I don't want to stay, but we should make sure Nidra comes with us. She's like struggling a bit because I think the arm is just kind of almost like it's heavy. It's like actual pieces of crystal growing around her arm and dragging her. Even with the costuming she's had on to try and hide it, I feel like it's starting to rip apart and it's becoming clear she has an actual thing affecting her arm. But I think she's just like starting to she's voting for we stay and wait, and also like trying to get a bead on Francis as well.
I think Francis is looking at them and just assessing. I don't think they're feeling anything. They're very apathetic right now. It's more like in the old like 1920s movie, The Golem, there is the actor and director who has decided to play the golem. He just stands there a lot and he just stares and his eyes are very wide. So I think it's just like there's not movement. Like Francis never stops moving. There's like a rhythm. There's always some kind of music. The music is gone. No music. Just intent. Like I am a statue. I am a body. But I think they still have the ability to think and have goals rather than feel any which way about them. And I think they know like to get what I need you to alive. So they address and look, and you're not looking great. Start the car. We will be down. I am thinking I wait for Nidra and escort her out. Have it ready. Have Gale inside. We go. Yes?
Yeah, Tia, I think Francis has this figured out. I think we should go. Also, Francis is scary right now.
I think Tia looks at Francis as we're like going away. Are you sure you're gonna be okay?
Sophia, I would like to offer me to take a beat. Whether you do, I would like for you, you said once you really enjoyed that I gave you the decision whether I take this beat or not. So I want to give you the frozen heartbeat. I may take a beat to turn away help and close myself off. You may choose to let it happen and give me a beat, and I take a lot of more penalties that go with it, like a lot of social penalties, and like I lose my empathy. However, I do get a beat. If you choose not to take it, I will not turn away the help. It is up to you, Sophia, my sweet jam, unless you want me to decide. But I remember you liked it last time, so I give it to you. You don't care about this one? Because I can just do it.
Yeah, because I think this one doesn't have a role. The last one was more of a timing issue, so I think if you want to do this, then take the beat. Otherwise,
Okay, in that case, I'm going to take the beat, and I am going to add another beat, and I think I'm like this close to getting a little stronger, which is very exciting. But I think Francis looks at both of you. No, we are almost done. There is no point.
Tia, we should go.
Okay. I think we'll start going away if that's okay, Sophia. I also wanted to add in a possibility here as well in return.
Okay.
As we're going away, and I'm doing it specifically when Francis, if Francis at all turns their back, like as we're going, or are you just watching us the whole time until we leave?
The back is to the door. Once Deidre says it's go, that way no one can get behind Francis.
But you
Francis is
can
not
see
going.
us as we're going away, correct?
Francis can see.
Okay, never mind then. I was going to try and use Shadows of the Past here, but she would feel like that would be too obvious in that case.
It's not like they're watching. It's like they're looking at everything else because they know you're not a threat.
I think Tia would still take it as this is maybe not the time to ask about that right now.
Mhm.
But so scratch the beat possibility, because I was gonna have it be she tries to look at what's happened to Francis, and there would be a beat that comes up with her Bane complicating the scene. I mean, you could still complicate the scene if you want, if I get the beat in some way, but we're still leaving because the beat comes if the pain that I feel for my Bane, which is normally just to like its light sensitivity, it complicates the scene. So we're just, both of us are hauling ass out of here to get to the car.
Go.
You take the stairs to the elevator.
Oh shit. Yeah, stairs or elevator? What do you think? It's hard to go downstairs in a dress. Elevator.
I was like, no, I don't like the idea of being trapped somewhere. And then you point out the dress, and I'm like, oh, okay, yep, no, that this is why I sacrifice to look pretty.
Fashion is danger.
Audible heel clacking as we're going into the elevator.
I love that sound. No, May would 100% be like, no, stairs too, like in May's mind, the stairs are dangerous because they could trip and fall and then either get injured or someone would catch up with them. So even though the whole elevator thing is that they could be like trapped, she still thinks it's a better choice in her silly little mind.
So we're leaving. We're trying to get out of here.
Okay.
Who's next?
So back. Oh, sorry.
I have a super quick question. Has Tia taken any damage yet?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I have taken damage. I am at 3 HP lost, and I am I'm not a gal who takes damage.
I just gotta, because I wanted, while we're in the elevator, unless you want to come back to us in the elevator. I was just thinking if we're already doing that, I wanted to do a thing. But go ahead, because I gotta read this anyway. So skip us for now. Sorry.
Okay. So back to Nidra. When we come back, he's going to take another 2 bashing damage, which is upgraded to aggravated. Do you just continue to watch it? Or do you want to take another crack at?
Yeah, no, she's gonna take another attempt of the Nigel. You're being an idiot, which shocks me none. But I am asking you, who the fuck has the company's balls in a vice? Who actually is actively against you and everything that you believe in incorrectly?
Okay, so intimidation again. Same roll.
You got it. Okay. All right. I'll at least take that. Let's try it. Come on, 0. Give it to me. Okay. 2.
Okay. Unfortunately, he also had a 2 on his composure roll. And I think for dramatic effect, he starts to tell you, and then he takes the last 2 bashing damage and passes away. But you have his phone, which you could try to use to get more information.
Mm-hmm. I think there's a point though of just like she's listening intently and then watches like the light leave his eyes and then looks down at like the gory mess. Again, we have tolerance for biology, but still, like just the blood pooled mess in the carpet, and kind of just take in for a second what just happened. And there's this brief flicker of, okay, am I the thing that he described? Fuck it, we gotta go. Fuck it. And she's gonna, because I imagine this has not been quiet outside the door. I imagine there has been sound.
Oh yes, you've heard breaking glass, just as Francis heard the gunshot.
Francis, you heard a roar. You heard that clay roar, baby.
Got it. Okay. So yeah, she's going to pull her mask tight again and bolt for the door.
Yeah, easy enough. There's nobody in between you and the door currently.
Okay, pull it open. Wall of clay. Slap of wet clay from the back. Move.
Moves out of the way. Did you check his pockets?
For what?
It seems the thing done in video games you like to play. And then Francis is going to, by your leave as a player, Abby, is it okay if I pick up Nidra?
I mean, Abby is fine with it. Nidra may have an opinion in a second, but sure.
Because Francis is jumping out the window.
Oh wow, that's definitely going to provoke a response. Have at. Player wise, have at. Nidra will respond in a moment.
All right, so we're 5 floors up. I am going to. Oh God, is this the moment? How much do I want to blow our cover? I have Frozen Heart on, so I'm not gonna be able to think a lot. The bird just flew out the window. So
yeah, I'm like we've lost subtlety.
What?
Subtlety is no longer an option for us. It's just differing degrees of public mess.
I have vines shooting out of my
so
head.
Public.
we are out in public. Francis is gonna fucking do it then. I think Francis is just like, fuck it. It's too late in the night for this. I'm tired. I need us out of here. Going to just sit down, scoop up Nidra, sort of like like very easily, because they are incredibly strong. They scoop you up like you are nothing. And they're going to say, it's time to go, and just start
I can walk. What are we? Oh, Jesus.
running to the window. And Francis is going to protect and smash through the rest of the window. And as you drive the car around the fucking corner, I'm going to toggle gigantic and step out of the building. I'm not here for a long time. I'm here for a good time, folks. I'm here to
Okay.
make
Fucking hilarious.
Francis doesn't care, unfortunately.
Did Nidra just become Fey Ray to this whole shit?
Yes,
What?
I'm your
just
King Kong, baby. I'm your King Kong. I'm your Clay Kong.
Clay.
Clay Kong over here.
I'm putting it on a shirt.
God.
Hashtag Clay Kong.
We've made Sophia take off the glasses. Oh God.
Okay, so what is your normal size?
My normal size. Do you want the number or do you want the
Yeah, the number.
5? My normal size is 5.
And what is the magnitude of your... Your gigantic?
Gigantic is at to put a lot into this. Which means I increased my size by 2 to a size of 7. I apply 8. So I apply 8 feats of like strength. I apply 8 to feats of strength and stamina. I add the size difference of traits derived from my strength or stamina, and I lift objects up to my size or wield objects half my size. So I could technically wield
Please do not wield Nidra.
Please pick up the
Without a
car
roll.
with us in it and just
then, well, the
run
hard part
home.
is also like once per chapter when my giant deactivates, heal my size difference in damage taken. So it'll also decrease the damage done if I'm jumping out a window with Nidra. I'm basically druid wild shaping at the same time as I am hulking out. So
I mean, it's
just
fascinating.
Okay, yeah. And so you said it increases your size to a 7?
Yes, it does. And then I'm going to kind of like fold up. I'm Fey-raying Nidra. I think that's the best way to put it.
Okay,
The
so
red dress is billowing out. Like it's great. Or is it a pantsuit? It's a pantsuit. Right?
Pantsuit. I was about to say,
You have
Nidra
a
was.
capelet and it's
See, and
billowing.
the best part is this was all because the whole thing about running down the stairs. Nidra was like, I refuse to get into a dangerous situation in a dress.
And good thing you did because you're getting picked up by a giant golem and being thrown out a window.
Also,
Okay,
I have to
so-
point this out. Arnica in chat saying, "I want to be wielded."
I would just like to point
Yeah,
out that
yeah,
that I do have razor wings, and we would be ridiculous. We would be Bash Bros Voltron. I'm just saying.
Write it down. That's gotta happen by the end of this season. That
we
Okay,
please
okay, I interrupted
form
Sophia.
girls like
Let's.
a giant
I
That's
robot?
my
gotta-
bad.
I don't remember how much falling damage was last time, but it is the same. So give me a moment to calculate this.
Yes, please.
I
While
think we were.
Sophia calculates, we will
So
turn into a
while-
giant robot.
Also, while Sophia calculates, there's been a lot of talk about beats. For those who are watching who are unaware of what beats are dramatic situations or failures, basically complications that can occur either in our abilities or in our role play. And generally, it's frequently a deal between the ST and the player. But 5 of them, when you have 5 beats, it equals an experience. So we each get an experience per game, but if we take beats and make our own lives harder for our characters anyway, then we can get stronger faster, which is like half the Daft Punk necessities here. So
I would also like to say to the GM, not only am I being protected with this weird healing ability, I also I'm so sorry for this build that exists. I also have something special called Iron Skin. Iron Skin with my bulletproof body as well. My carapace body means that I have a lot of bonuses against damages at this time.
Okay. So
Jump out of building.
base damage is going to be 6 bashing.
Okay. So with the bashing, I have so many things. So Iron Skin is oh goodness. The wiki, by the way, doesn't have a lot of this stuff. Let me grab I realize I don't have my thing open. Can someone really quick run into their PDF while I open it and grab me the Iron Skin definition while I start pulling this?
sure.
Thank you. Yeah, I realize this is not.
Iron Skin, through rigorous conditioning or extensive scarring, your character's grown resistant to harm, shrug off shots that topple bigger fighters, knows how to take a strike, and even move into a hit from a weapon to minimize harm. Gains armor against bashing attacks, 1 point of armor with 2 parts of armor with 4. By spending a point of willpower when hit, can downgrade lethal damage from a successful attack into bashing.
Which makes it then slashed. So this is going to be if I am resistant, they said, right? To bashing damage? Or I get extra armor. I have it in front of me. Let me look really quick.
Yeah, you get the extra armor.
Okay, so I have
The
iron.
willpower you could downgrade.
Yes. 1 point of armor. So I have 1 extra point of armor. So I have my armor is already 2/4, so it's 1 2/4 now. Because I have leather skin. I have the leather skin thing, which makes me bulletproof.
Okay.
Yeah. I love my build. It's so crunchy. Nom, nom, nom. Crunch those numbers, baby.
And how much of that momentum transfers over to Nidra?
You're in like a soft thing. Like it's not like it's a hard reverberation. You are in basically a giant ear, right? That's what you.
Ew. That's gross.
Yes, I am scanned. So and
Okay.
it's build fashion, so we're good. So that should reduce it to 5 1/2. Or no, 4 1/2. And do we round down or do we round up? I guess depends.
Uh, we'll round up.
Okay, we'll round up. Then that's going to be 5 points of damage because it's against bashing. And then with my sweet carapace, here it is. I saw that, baby. So I am bulletproof. I know take damage from that. I'm also going to flag, so it's 2/4. Yeah. Okay, great. That was the 2/4 thing. Fantastic. So yeah, I take 5. I'm fine. I'm walking. I'm walking home. I'm good.
There is Francis can hear as gravity takes hold. It's not a scream. It is that high-pitched whine of anxiety turned to like 15. We went way past 11. That noise of somebody on a roller coaster who did not intend to be on the roller coaster. It's just
Oh my god, I know that feeling. I've been that person. It sucks. It's terrible, especially when it's the over-the-shoulder ones.
it just you knew you were on a ride, but this is way higher than you thought, and you didn't. Oh god, we're going down.
Nobody told me there was going to be a loop. I was lied to. They told me there wasn't going to be a loop.
I'm the first and only clay roller coaster in America.
But also, yeah, no, we'll catch up to the rest of that in a second. But yeah, so gravity.
I got you, boo. I just hit the ground giant, and then I'm going to mew, and I'm gonna heal up 2, so I actually take 3 damage.
Okay. You are just carrying Nidra, correct, when you do this?
Yeah, it's just Nidra.
Okay,
If I had
Nidra,
not frozen heart, I would take a couple of like hors d'oeuvres with me or something.
take the stunned tilt for the rest of the scene.
Got it.
Sleep for a second. When you said you would take the hors d'oeuvres with you, I thought you meant me and Tia. Like we're just all hors d'oeuvres, and I was like,
no, I was like, you're not hors d'oeuvres, you're snacks, baby. Anyway.
thank you.
But yeah, they're stunned. So when Nidra climbs down from Francis, definitely looks rattled as hell, and you see, especially the way that she was clutching onto Francis, her arm is just coated in blood. Like there was some sort of spray, and there is now some blood on Francis.
Oh,
Okay.
you can join the club. I have someone's like kidney on my foot.
That's
like,
true. You do.
I have guts on me. I am covered in blood.
Not kidney feet, chicken
I
feet,
saw
kidney
my-
feet, too many feet.
Throw my body out a window. Get real big. I'm a real big. I don't know whose kink it is, but I'm a real big Jew. And then I hit the ground with each other. Like I'm fucking Captain America over here.
Okay, so back in the elevator. May and Tia.
Yes.
May, there was
okay.
something you wanted to try to do,
Yes.
correct?
So I just want to double check. So Tia's damage, was it bashing or lethal damage?
It should have been lethal because
Yeah, because I didn't have anything to do. I have no armor and I have nothing.
Yeah. Okay.
I have no real means to actually protect myself from damage.
Okay, this will be less useful than it could be, but I still want to do it. So while they're in the elevator, unless anything really dramatic happens, May's gonna take a second and be like, "Okay, Tia, hang on. You don't look so good. Give me a second. I'm gonna do a thing." And she kind of like takes a little time and focuses, and I'm gonna use my variation Sacred Flesh, which I used a while ago, and that was in T form. But now, basically, what I have to do with the scar that's entangled, the scar is preparation. So it takes 1 minute or one turn if it's an action scene in order to activate the variation. And so May is basically gonna like grow a flower out of her head specifically for this purpose. And then once it's ready, she'll like pop it off and be like, "Eat this." Take a try.
Okay.
It's edible. Eat it. It'll help you feel a bit better.
I think you see like about 12 different emotions go through her face thinking this over. I think she does eat it, but she also asks while doing so, "So wait, am I eating you?"
Kind of. Kind of.
Kinda.
So what May is doing is Sacred Flesh lets her activate another of her variations and give it to someone, basically. So she's activating Sacred Flesh to give Tia her rapid healing effect. So the effect of rapid healing, because I have it at magnitude 2, is that Tia's natural healing time will be halved, and she doesn't have bashing damage, but she can heal 1 bashing damage per turn during action scenes, or she can heal all bashing damage at the end of each scene, as well as any minor ailments like if she had a cold or a sprained ankle or things like that. So that doesn't apply so much, but the natural healing time for her is now, if she eats it, will be half. And also the flower is a hibiscus flower, which
Yeah.
are edible.
Yeah, I think there's I think the two emotions you see her have, one is her being like looking genuinely touched as she noses it's a hibiscus flower, and you hear her say under her you hear her say she thinks she's quiet, but it's definitely in that like, "No, I'm not being quiet, I'm just talking to myself and someone is here for the first time while I'm talking to myself" tone, where she says, "Oh yeah, that was what my ex-girlfriend gave me when we first started going out." Um, and then after she says that, she realizes you're right next to her, and then she suddenly remembers you're right next to her, as though eating a piece of your flesh was not coming to contact. But
It doesn't taste like flesh. It tastes like a nice flower.
no, she looks at you. There's I think she looks at you. She looks at you in the eyes, like directly, which she does not do very often. Like she genuinely avoids eyesight whenever she can. And I will just note the phrase "pregnant pause" as she's looking at you. And there's definitely a moment of like she's trying to fill the silence for a second, and she's getting over this because this does not feel that weird to her, and she's like, thank you, this feels uh I assume this is gonna help. Yeah, she eats it, and then there's like we're doing the full like cinematic sort of camera angle sort of thing. It's like the light, as low and shitty as it is in the elevator or what have you, it just hits for 1 second of like May checking in on her, and she's like, "Oh, pregnant pause happens.
I'm picturing this in my head as this is happening, and then they're just staring at each other. And then unless something happens while we're in this elevator, it keeps going, and then bing, and then we're on the first floor.
Okay,
Oh,
so you instead of 2 days, you will heal your rightmost box in 1 day.
Oh, and one other thing quickly I forgot to note is that technically May would have grown 2 flowers because she can make 2 doses of this. So there's another flower sticking out of her head.
Okay, and as the elevator comes down to the first floor, does anybody have a D20 on hand?
I do. I have Google.
Okay. Yeah, just somebody roll 1d20.
I got a 4. Does somebody else want to roll?
Should have let me do it. I got an 18.
Go with Arnica's.
Like the
Mine
four
doesn't
stands.
count. It doesn't count. It's Google.
You was faster though. 4 has to
No.
stand.
Once again, we stand by the sentiment. Fuck Google.
Fuck Google. Except for when it gives me
Okay.
what I want.
The 4 is bad luck.
Oh, wait.
The door opens, and there are 2 guards that are not with Aphrodite Security Services standing on the
no.
other side.
Oh, no.
You get a moment to react.
Oh, shit. It's lash time, baby. Also, I love this image of like the super tender moment and then the bing and then oh,
Fuck.
oh shit, we gotta fight. Yeah, so May will if May thinks that they're like gonna be an issue, she's gonna activate her lash again. And I figured out my dice this time, so hopefully it'll work. And
Okay.
it's against hopefully less strong people.
And remember to their defense is 2.
Okay.
So whichever one you're taking, make sure you take 2 dice off.
Okay, so I gotta remember how to do this. So I would roll. Sorry, I'm so bad at this one. What did I roll last time for this? Because it's it was strength and weaponry, I believe. Yes. So I would have 3 normally, so I get 1. Does that sound right?
That is correct.
All right, let's go. Come on, Google. It was a 5, which is not a 4.
Roll 3 more.
Wow, what? What are you doing?
I'm burning another willpower.
He is crystallizing her body.
I got a 9 and 2 5s.
Okay. That is 1 success, which means you do hit. What kind of damage? do you
Amazing.
do?
It is cutting melee cutting damage. Is that a type of damage? No, we're looking for
Yes.
lethal or it is
Yeah,
cutting
so
one
it
of
should
them?
be lethal. If you have cutting, it would be lethal damage.
Yes. Okay. So it's lethal, and then it has 3. Well, quick doesn't matter. It has 2 other important parts to it. So it's got cutting damage. It's envenomed, so it'll inflict a moderate poison tilt on them, and they will be grappled. I believe, if I'm doing this right.
Yes. You are correct. Does
And
Tia do anything?
I'm thinking that right now. I'm trying. I just known for the record, I have 1 willpower left.
don't burn it. Don't burn
I'm
it.
not.
I got
I'm
you.
not. She's holding on to that. It's the only thing keeping her relatively stable in this moment, as she is having like about 12,000 feelings.
Darn it. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Honestly, I think she is going to you know what? This seems much more dramatic, so I'm gonna offer this one.
Oh no.
Sophia, there is an option with otherworldly connection with fragility. The character is unnaturally vulnerable to harm. The player may accept a beat for the character to become distracted by pain or temporarily incapacitated at an inopportune moment, causing complications.
Oh no, that's so good and so terrible.
Okay.
I love
Yeah.
this game.
Does that accept?
Yes. Take a
Okay,
beat.
I think literally it's a moment of her using one of the last bits of her willpower that's keeping her stable. And I think her whole body suddenly has like the veins are much more present. And I think there's like it's like someone went to all of the veins and just filled them with ink, but
Oh.
the pattern looks like it's fragmented like stained glass, and it's crystalline as she's just like collapsing to the ground in pain.
Oh no.
Okay. Uh,
Man, this is all Google's fault.
I think they're going to take a couple actions here.
Oh no. I'm scared.
You have grappled the one person, correct?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
He's grappled
So
and he's poisoned. Screw that dude.
strength and brawl. He's going to try to break free.
Do I roll it or you're rolling it?
You also roll it.
Okay, that's what I thought. Strength and brawl. 2 and oh boy. And if it's an unskilled, I get -1, right? Or are we?
Unskilled.
Yeah,
You
like I don't
just
have any
roll-
dots.
If you don't have any dots in brawl, I believe you just roll your strength.
Okay,
I
perfect.
don't believe there's a penalty. Could be wrong.
Well, I like the way that you said it, so let's do that. I still failed. I got a 6 and a 2.
Okay, so he breaks free.
Ah,
But that is going to be his whole action. But he breaks free. He does take that bashing damage because he's envenomed. What is your defense?
not super high. It is 1.
Okay.
But it was more than that. Oh no. Oh no. I'm scared.
Okay. This guard's going to take a baton, and he's
Is he gonna
going.
smack
Okay, thank you. And he's going to hit you for 4 bashing damage.
me? Shit. Ow. All right, now I gotta figure out where I put damage. Health. So when I do bashing damage, do I put slashes?
Yes.
Okay. And then it goes over, right? So it's slash, 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 slash. Cool. So 4 boxes, each with 1 slash.
Correct.
Perfect. Well, dang.
Good news is Gale, Francis, and Nidra, you are outside of like where this is happening, but you can hear the scuffle. It's not quiet.
And May totally like yells in pain very audibly. Oh, I also forgot. I was thinking about this earlier. Sorry, I just remembered something important. Because I activated pheromones earlier in the scene, I have my fragility scar active. So the first time my wound penalty increases, I also suffer the stun tilt. So I think I'm stunned now for 1 turn.
Okay.
I'm not built for fighting. I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Bash Bro, where you at? Bash Bro, do we hear do the Bash Bros hear this?
Oh
Yes,
yeah.
yes, you hear that.
We're coming.
Oh,
You
yeah.
you can hear the scuffle.
here. We're gonna Falcon
So-
punch him in a different way.
So I landed a little bit slower than slower than you think someone my size would land. I really had only been on the ground for like a minute or two before Francis came out that window. Long enough to really have drawn a buttload of attention. Like there were already paparazzi here for the party because paparazzi go to parties like this. And now all of a sudden people are being rushed out. Is it a terrorist threat? Is it a ball? What's happening? No one knows. And then people come flying out windows and one of them falls to their death and the other one flies out the window. I come down in a rain of glass and flash bulbs and paparazzi bullshit, which you would think I would love. But I'm a small town cult god. This is a lot for me. I thought that this would be cool. This is not cool. This is a lot. This is maybe more than I like.
You're gonna be a star, kid.
Thankfully, my bestest bro, the brisket of great renown, comes barreling out the same window, making an even bigger fucking mess.
I'm legitimately bigger. And it depends how soon after I land, how soon we hear the screams, because I might not exit gigantic if the screams are soon enough.
So, I mean, it takes a minute for the elevator to get down. You probably had enough time to land it for
Yeah,
the
we're
both
just
of us to
standing.
strike a couple real, the fuck are you looking at poses before the scuffle hits
Yeah.
behind. Now, I'm going to go ahead and obviously rush directly to it. And I want to activate my variation Lash Razor Wings, which is a toggle attack. It's a touch attack. So I have to literally attack them. But because I just landed and my cooldown is a magnitude 4, because it's entangled with like a bunch of shit. I think that means because it has been so soon, I have to take like a butt ton of penalties, like 3 of them. It's really funny.
Okay.
I had to scroll up to find Lash, and now I've scrolled away. I'm right there. Hold on. I've got it. It's right here. I'm looking at it. I swear to God. Where'd you go? There you are. All right. So at magnitude 4, for me to do this, each additional time the character directs the first scene. So I risk overheating. I can accept a beat for the variation to fizzle out, causing complications for me or the allies the more I use it, which is honestly, I should probably just get one lick in and take the beat, because at magnitude 4, it's that. Plus, it's a penalty. You know what? I'm just going to take the beat and have it fizzle out because this math is hard.
It's your variation. What does this look like?
So for a moment, it works long enough for me to, in the time it takes for me to spread my wings to full extension. You see them go from I'm normally a biomechanical bird god. I'm very much meat and bone and feathers until this electric current surges through my wings. Like they crackle, they start to glow, and every single feather on them hardens and sharpens. They are very much metal wings and they are sharp. My lash is razor wings for a reason. Uh, and I have absolutely killed with these things before. They are lethal. In fact, take lethal damage with them when they work. Unfortunately, this is not a moment when they work. I have overworked myself exactly like Nidra told me not to do, and exactly like Nidra told me would happen. Um, I have to. My thing is blackout actually at magnitude 4.
Am I
Choose
gonna
one.
carry all of you?
Yes.
Um.
I'm
Yeah.
a big girl.
Well,
Just
yes
put us
and
in the truck
no. Here's the
and
thing.
carry it the truck.
I'm probably not going to black out, but my wings go dead in mid run. In mid step, all of a sudden, all of that light, all of that electricity goes out, and I can no longer support the weight of my own wings. They go limp, they hit the ground, and I eat shit. I go face first into the tile. I trip on my dress and go boom.
Did you take the heels off?
No, I
When
didn't
you were
take my
running?
heels off.
When you
But
were
can
running?
I roll to see? Yeah, I was running. But can I roll to see if I crash into the guard who hit May and at least take him down with me?
Okay.
You know, I love to
Yes.
throw myself on someone. If I'm going down, they have to go with me.
Yes. Take them out like you took
Yes,
out
but
real
it's going
grandpa.
to be a chance die.
Okay, I don't know how to
So
do that.
you-
Which one do I hit?
So for a chance die, you just roll 1d10, and if
Okay.
you hit it, it's only a success if you roll a 10. But if you roll a 1, it's a dramatic failure.
I love dramatic failure. Let's do this. I rolled a 6.
Okay. So all right. Yeah, so nothing happens. You try to like get yourself to stumble into the guard, but it doesn't happen.
Mm. Just
I think as you kind
embarrassing.
of crash to the ground, that is where we're gonna go to break, and then when we get back, Francis will get to save her.
Yay, Princess! Oh boy.
So we'll be back in 10, 15 minutes, whatever we need, and
See you
we'll see
soon,
you in a little bit.
everybody.
We'll be right
Wish us
back.
luck.
everyone, and welcome back. We are about to find out if Francis can save everybody. How do you want to try to handle this?
What's the Steven Universe song? Where they a
There's
giant
several?
woman. I want you.
Oh.
God
There you
damn
go.
it.
Giant
Wanna see
woman. A
giant
giant woman.
woman.
Giant Jew X. So a giant brisket. I'm gonna be as a nice giant. I'm going to. So there's two people in front of the elevator that are fighting them.
Yes.
Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm still a 7. We had talked about, like, I think it's not, the scream happened enough. So I am going to where's my little thing? So when I fight with gigantic toggles, I can lift objects up to my size without a roll. So I can just pick these men up. I'm assuming they're men.
Yes.
They have energy that's like they're trapping 2 women in the elevator, and I don't like that. So they have men energy. So I am going to, in that case, pick them both up by the neck and just like hurl them both out of the way, right? Like just pick them up in front of the elevator and just boom into I'm assuming this Marriott has pillars. I don't know. Does it have pillars or like some kind of structure that it would like hurt more if their head ricocheted into it?
Even a cat? Oh, it's
Wall sconces.
everybody.
Like a chandelier that's on the wall. Like, yeah, a sconce, you're
Oh,
right.
a wall sconce, the little light thingies.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, but they're like pointy.
Yes, there can definitely be something like that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pick them up and I'm going to be just clear a path. Throw them with all my might against the wall.
Okay. Well, let's see. What is the
All of
skill
my
for?
friends are just on the floor.
What is the skill for hurdling someone? Athletics, I guess.
Well, I can pick them up without any roll, so I'm assuming I can throw them without any roll. But if you would, can I add something if we are throwing, since I am gigantic and my strength is
Yes.
intense
What's
right
your gigantic? It's 2, right?
now? Yes, I'm by 2.
Okay, so yeah, go strength, athletics, and then add 2 dice to your strength.
Wonderful. So in that case, that's going to be, don't have enough dice out for this. Get ready for this. This is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 for strength. And then an extra 2, like we said. However, I assume this is athletics power lift.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So that means I get another 2. And then I get another extra because I am athletics power lift. I might just need to roll. I'm emptying out my entire dice bag on my table, trying to find enough for this. All right, here's this
Jeez.
one. And then I have another thing called grappling. No, I beefed this cake out. So grappling. Rather than be a specialty, it is the unarmed attack action. So this is an attack. So I have to grab my opponent. On a success, I make an unarmed attack. On a success, inflict no damage, but start a grapple. On an excessive success, just it's fine. Yeah, instant contested, strength and brawl, or okay, great. Yeah, doesn't do anything actually. So I'll roll all these. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 dice. Here's the roll. 10. So I roll that one again. An 8. Oh, okay, that's it. So I rolled the 10 again. And that's gonna be a 10. So that's 2. That's 3. So then an 8. So that's 4 successes.
Okay.
I'm tired.
Do
Math
took a
you?
is
lot.
hard.
That took a lot out of me. So that's part of this, and then, well, depending on what happens, I have a way to get. I think I have a way to get my friends out because I'm big.
Okay, so do you want to yeet them far or do you want to yeet them hard?
I'm not thinking far. I'm thinking with all my fucking might.
Okay.
Let's explode these people.
Oh boy.
Angela is very clearly in support of this. Thinks this is a wonderful idea.
I'm
So-
neither for or against this course of action. It's just
The doors
having
have
Sophia dejectedly ask the question, "Do you want to eat them far or hard?" is a thing that reminds me I'm really glad I play TTRPGs.
Throw all my little strength, and it's not little. It's like pretty sizable.
So,
Did a good
so
job.
both had mostly the same outcome, which is that they're not going to be able to fight you. They're not going to be dead, but they're going to be seriously injured, and they're going to have more than a couple of tilts added to them, which takes them out of the fight. So
Mostly dead.
I hope they have like FMLA, like they have long leave from work or like workers' comp. I hope they have that because this is getting injured on the job.
I think it's more a situation of damn, they were just 2 days away from retirement.
Oh no, they were 2 days away.
Imagine having to explain this to OSHA though. Like, what is the workplace violation, man? We got our asses kicked by a big ass bird and a golem and a little flower and the
big-ass
black
bird.
swan and an angry cell phone, and they all just whooped our asses.
Although I have to say, if this is a World of Darkness game where there is, to some larger background extent, possibly people in those fields who are of the deviance variety, there's probably someone who's like, yeah, yes, ma'am, we understand you're upset. Now, can you please specify what type of phoenix? Was it an ancient rock phoenix? Was it a Chinese phoenix of the sky and lightning? What was the skull made entirely of clay, or was it a crystalline hybrid of some kind? You
would
need to
you
make
call
this
it
clear to
more-
us.
Would you call it more a rock or a can of Play-Doh? I'm sorry, I
boy.
interrupted, but I was dying to say the word Play-Doh. I'm so sorry. How am I
Play-Doh, please
doing?
sponsor us.
What?
All right,
I
they're
have
fun.
the essential question.
Okay.
I have essential question. What? Somebody remind me what vehicles we came in?
Bread truck?
The bread truck
The bread truck, huh?
These scams are getting us out.
feels correct.
Cool.
We gotta burn that truck. That truck's gotta go. But now that these people got thrown to the opposite ends of the earth, I've proven once again the earth is round. I'm going to Francis proves again, flat earthers get fucked.
I'm just now picturing like a cartoon animation where they both just go around the world and then meet back
Yes,
at
and then-
Francis hitting each other.
Oh, they do a full
Yeah,
around and then pop! And
they
like
high
smack
five each other,
heads.
but they pass each other at the bottom. But then now that they're gone, Francis is just kind of like, remember, so earlier we established an elevator going up and down for May and Francis. I think it's
Yes.
still like whenever I pick up a person, it's a muscle memory. It's not out of like any kind of affection right now. It's just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this. So Francis is going to slowly bend down, gather Gale under one arm, offer their back to May, and then hold out the other arm if Tia wants to get in on this giant getaway vehicle.
I will say that like this is also a hotel, so there's like the luggage carts around if you wanted to like be able to easily move your friend.
ST. I would like to use redundancy and shake off the physical tilt of stunned.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank God. I was like, Nidra, I need you, and I don't know how to help you. You
Yep,
were
nope.
there, I put you somewhere where I can pick you back up if everyone's stunned. I can't drive. Francis doesn't have a driver's license.
That's why I was like, I feel like there's screaming, and then there's sort of the rebooting, and Nidra's back,
Is May
and Nidra's running for the vehicle.
May
So
scream triggers a reboot cycle?
whew, yeah, too
I
much
would also
damage
like-
will trigger a reboot.
I would also like to note May is not luggage.
Ooh.
Thanks. Don't put me on a cart. Nobody puts May on a cart.
On my back.
Yeah, no, Nidra's intention is to not pull the vehicle up in front of the whole building, because the whole building is a hot mess right now, but definitely be ready for wherever Francis is going.
I hate to interrupt with an additional comment that is purely an excuse for a joke.
Sure.
But considering that Francis has mechanically and narratively ended up in the situation, I think we can actually describe this mostly as Francis is carrying the team right now.
Yeah. Yep, that happened.
Actually, I think because we're inside, Francis, I don't think can physically like carry everyone, but I think puts May on the shoulder. I think gets the cart. Listen, Milwaukee has some hills. Nidra, there's a reconnaissance place. Francis puts everybody on the thing. May's on the back, starts sprinting out the door with this cart, and then riding it down the hill
There's
towards this car with May on their back, like surfing.
there's some part of
It's-
Nidra that, despite all of the peril and frustration and oh god, I fell that far, and oh god, I killed a man, there's still part of her that's quietly pleased at the fact that we will possibly have to just burn this van and she won't have to drive it ever again.
Sophia, does this all work for you?
Yeah. Yes, I'll deal with that in a moment. So just for a fun little scene for myself, as you
sure.
get to the van, right? Like the moments are converging for dramatics. One last security guard like comes running out from around a corner or something, and he shoots at the truck and he misses. Like it just pings off the truck, movie style. And then if you look back, like literally seconds in between that, you would see Celine drinking his blood. She's just there.
Good for her.
What? Who? I'm driving. Someone will have to explain this in a second.
I love that for her.
Everyone's laying in the back of the bread cart where we loaded them up, like whoever is
Hold on.
stunned is just like tried to sit. Get these loaves home.
You think we're going home immediately? Oh no, we have to lose whoever's after us. This is a whole ass thing. Excuse me.
Yeah. I am a rosemary loaf.
Yeah, I think Tia is just resting against May. It's very cute in part because I'm only temporarily incapacitated by pain, so it's probably wearing off now. It just happened at the worst possible moment for me to get just hurt. But I think also the bird, the shadow bird is coating her body right now, but it's in the same cool moonlight tone that it was when she was talking to Francis while she's resting against May.
Rosemary loaf. Ha ha ha.
Okay, and just to be clear, that will be the end of the previous scene. We are now moving on to a scene which means tilts
Hey.
and stuff heal on their own, unless
yeah.
there's something else that prevents that, or they're becoming a condition. But yes.
Ooh, I got personality again.
Francis, you were so weird. That was so weird. Wow.
What
that
do you
was weird.
mean?
What a party.
What a party. We should go again sometime.
I don't know if
The
they'll let us back in.
instant, ST, the very instant that we are anywhere secure, Nidra buries herself into Nigel's phone and cannot be extracted.
Okay, so what are you doing to find someplace secure?
Yep. I think she is. Crud.
Francis, now that Francis doesn't have Frozen Heart, is going to turn to Nidra and be like, there is a place I know without technology that I used to post up in after I died on the outskirts of town. No one knows I was living there. It's an abandoned Starbucks. Would you be interested in this?
I will literally take anything that keeps us safe for 5 more minutes. So, but if the signal's garbage, I'll be leaving for a second.
Okay.
Okay.
It's a Starbucks. They have like a residual ghost signal or something.
I love Starbucks.
Interesting thought. So yeah, no, attempting to, again, whatever evasive driving we can pull off, heading to a place that is not known, for her place and not the compound, just something to break it up until we think it's safe to leave again. And then we'll get our asses on.
Okay, easy enough. You pull into this abandoned Starbucks. I'm assuming you're going to try to hide the van somehow. You're not just going to park it on the street.
No.
You're not gonna drive my fucking truck in the lake, are you?
Don't tempt me. Ugh. Ugh. This van. No, I feel like it is just parked like direct, like it's an alleyway that is probably a slightly like small for this maneuver, and that way anything on the sides of the vehicle are just really blocked by everything around it.
Okay. And
But
you
also
want
someone
to-
will look at that and be like, an idiot parked that there.
Right. All right. So you want to you want to dig into Nigel's phone.
Yes. Oh my gosh. So Nidra will again, like, in a way that might be concerning to all of you, depending on how you choose to take it. She, once everybody seems to be even vaguely safe, she will absolutely just go off to a separate space. If there's not a separate room, we'll just pitch up in like an old booth or something and immediately just start digging in a way that is clearly obsessive. And we're going to electrokinesis and activate research. So using the input to bypass security and research to lower extended actions a step. So something that would take hours to research now takes minutes. Something that takes minutes will now take turns. So she intends to, with whatever access he has, strip anything and everything off a server.
Okay. I guess, what does this look like? Are you just like following his email to the server and then digging in?
Whatever programs that look like, if it's an email, that's fine. If it's anything else, because like he's public relations, so she doesn't expect him to have high science stuff, but she is sort of looking for anything he has to be a door into the bigger system. So that's what she's mainly tracking right now.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you can. It's going to take a little bit of maneuvering, but yeah, you can find a way in.
Got it. Okay. And that is, unless somebody chooses to interrupt or pull her away, that is what Nidra is doing right now.
What are you looking for as you dig around?
Again, she sort of wants to know, that general, what was Aphrodite, like what was the blackmail deal? But she also wants to know like active projects, especially status of the Abenia neural implant system. Um yeah, no, right now she's looking for dirt to bury them, and also it's whether she intends it or not, it is absolutely flavored by her own hubris, which is what's up with my projects, what's up with people I know, what's up with so she has a higher goal, but it is going to get tainted by her own shit.
Okay. Yeah, give me intelligence, computers.
Sure thing. Let me check one thing real quick. Merit. Cool. Awesome. All right. Intelligence and computers. Specialty networks. All right. You gonna tease me, huh? Okay. So that is 3.
Okay, that is enough to find what you are looking for. So it's buried, and it takes a little bit. Like it's you find it through like several documents and buried in like a secure email chain and stuff, right? Like I don't know too much computer lingo, but you find it, and it's a copy of like a memo that lists everything known that Aphrodite Security Company has on Pragma, and it is pretty much all of their dirty laundry. They have, like, according to this file, they have subsidiaries, they have all the times they faked permits, they have all the proof, they have dirt on the CEOs of whatever illicit things they do in their free time. Somehow Aphrodite has it all. Like they could just Aphrodite Security practically owns Pragma at this point.
They could have shut all this down. They could have exposed all of it. Why keep it? Right. So are other people up to before Nidra starts reacting to things? What are other people up to other stuff?
Washing some kidneys off my foot.
Oh God. Okay, noted. So yeah, at a after a very intense like digging, the eyes rapid movement, and then you see her just holding it and concentrating, and then the phone just disintegrates as she integrates that into her system as well. And okay. How's everybody doing?
I'm fine.
I think the party was it was a smash hit.
Shit. Thank you. That.
Party?
Mm.
You had fun at the party?
Ooh, May.
Yeah.
May, give me a second. I need to listen to the police scanner. Shit.
Oh,
I think
Good.
while Nidra is doing that, I think Tia is. I think the arm is functioning again. I think it's been enough time where she's away from using that ability, that her arm's back into in working shape. And I think she's just trying to take a look over at Gale and see if there's anything she can do to try and make it easier on what happened to her state, and then from that go to check on May as well. I think she gets a sense from Francis's attitude. Francis is fine and won't mind if she puts Francis third on the list.
I think Francis is like busy. Because I wanted to ask Arnica, while you do this, I think at the same exact time that you start trying to fix up Arnica, fix up Gale, Arnica, how sulky is Gale right now?
Oh
How grumpy and
So-
sulky is
So, have y'all seen that video of that cockatoo who did not get the snack he wanted? And it cusses out their owner for like 2 minutes and just keeps knocking everything off the table and won't look at the camera. Like, I'm making that cockatoo look really well behaved right now. I'm not, I am a little black rain cloud. I am just curled up in a full, like, arms crossed on my knees, chin on my wrist, wings wrapped around me. I don't have full motion of them back yet, so they're really just kind of like draped over me, and they're heavy and they're hot and I don't care, and they're all puffed up. And there's glass sticking out of them, and I'm not even cleaning them. I'm just sitting there sulking. This was not nearly as much fun as I thought it would be. I am just so not used to I'm so not used to disappointment. I'm so fucking rotten.
exactly.
I had a whole cult, and then you guys rotten me because you're wonderful friends and because I'm just the terrible brat. This is
Okay.
not how things go.
I asked because go ahead.
Okay, two questions in response to that. Number one, Sophia, our lovely storyteller, is there any sort of roles I can make to sort of help make things easier for Gale, or is it just, do we treat this more narratively as us taking the time to patch up? I'm asking just to see if there's anything mechanically involved here.
Not at the moment. I think right at the
Okay.
moment it's narrative, and if there is something more, I'll let you know.
All right, I just wanted to double check because I do have shared suffering. So when empathy and medicine rolls are made by me to help fellow deviant, there's a bonus to that. So if there's anything in terms of that can be done to support folks, let me know. But if not, if this is just narrative. So that's question one. Question two, Gail, are you saying this all out loud? Like, is not these exact words you just said, but roughly, are we getting that impression?
There is a low grumbling coming from behind the wings. Like, every so often, some of it is legible. You can tell I'm just cussing out everything but y'all, but like, so you can hear it, even if you didn't have eyes and did not see the clusterfuck that was tonight. What a glorious clusterfuck we made. You can hear me complaining about how mad I am. I can't go home, and there's a whole new compound waiting for me, and I can't go there. And Nietzsche's gonna crash my truck. She hates my truck, and my dress got ripped, and my wings hurt. And I'm just on a rip.
I think Tia actually, like, with the arm that was hurt, that's probably still like it's in pain whenever she's like moving it around. I think she like very gently like moves to the wings, and it's like they're metallic, right? So they're probably cold and as fuck and everything, right?
Mm-hmm. They have not reverted because they have not, like, I know I don't have any tilts, but I still don't have full control over them, so I have not been able to revert them. They are still mostly metal.
Yeah, I think with your consent, Arnica, I think if it's possible, Tia tries to just slightly move the wings open to see if she can look at you directly.
So you have a hard time moving them, but I hear your fingers like clink in a way that they don't normally clink. So I'm going to move them to see what the fuck's going on, because I haven't seen you since the party.
Yeah. I think you see the after effects of when the pain overtook her. And it's a different effect, because I've talked before in a previous session about how when she has the Bane effect kicked in, it is like a huge mess of almost like self-injury cuts all across her arm. This one is a different kind of fragility that it looks she looks for the most part like I think there's like phrases where people talk about like a breeze would knock someone over. She has that look, but it's more like if someone like even pushed her hard, she physically looks like she would crack to pieces. It doesn't look quite that literal, that far from being literal, because I think her skin still has the markings from when the ink black veins are around her. So she doesn't look great, but she's taking the time to just be like, Gail, are you still with us?
So Gail is going to she's going to look up at you just utterly miserable and lift like just the far corner of her wing, and despite how sharp it is, gonna it's gonna be this close from your face. Like, I got ready to reach for you and then remembered at the last minute that I'm still fucking sharp, and so I've stopped. I'm like, are you okay? Because now I feel bad. It did not occur to me that that you guys would not be okay. You guys are always okay, and it's just now occurring to me. I have not checked in with any of you.
I will put it this way. I've had a time. That's probably the lightest way I can put it. And there's not quite the stuttering to her voice that there normally is, but there's definitely like a shakiness. Like she's trying to do deep breaths, but they're only like half coming in right, and the other half is just kind of her almost like wheezy. I'm I'm okay for the most part. I'm more worried about your well-being given all you've been saying.
I want to take you home. You need to go home and you need to be in bed, and I can't take you home, and I can't put you to bed, and they can't make you tea, and Francis can't. I I thought winning was supposed to feel good.
It's growth is painful. Growth doesn't always what we hope for in the things that we do always ask a price of us. But regardless of that price, they always speak to the possibility that things can be better and that we can see something better for our future. Hope drives us. It is wonderful to have, and you should not feel lacking in it just because this wasn't a perfect evening. Honestly, this is pretty good for what, considering she's like, considering that May and I ended up stuck with two folks all of a sudden, which is not either of your faults. We didn't know it was going to be this level of bad. That's not on you. That's factors beyond your control, okay?
How is it not on me? There were so many people there with guns. for me, and they knew where we were. They were watching you all the whole time through. They knew you were at. He knew. He told me he knew you were all. He knew you were there. How do I take you? I can't take you home. Where do we go?
Home will be with us wherever all of us are trying our hardest to be together, okay? And I think there's a moment where she like I understand the confines of our situation does not fully allow this, but I think she tries her best to like sit knees down, arms on knees, legs back, and it's almost like she makes a gesture of like reverence or praise to you.
Oh, well, that's that. Gail's just gonna crumple. That's just the last little bit of it. If you've never seen a giant bird god cry, it's very sad. But I'm also going to go ahead and just close my wings around both of us. Like, if someone wants to get in here, I will move them enough that like May or Francis or Nidra can get in. But that's it. Every solid wall.
Most
Just
I think that she is mildly startled because perpetually anxious is a thing, but I think she gets as close as you feel comfortable with her getting, still in reverence. And I think you just hear her say, I think considering like pretty much all the party except for Nidra maybe in that moment is here. I think she says something that maybe Francis may have heard her say, like ages ago, like when I was involved in the Seraph stuff. So it would have been something that was probably associated with them and not something she ever really said happily, but she says it with this look of deep sincerity and genuine care. She says, "Beloved divine, how I look upon you in humility, knowing that I am graced by you."
You know I'm gonna kill everything that ever looks at you for the rest of your life, right? You've got your own custom murder machine for literally the rest of your life. Just know this.
Sure, we'll get into the specifics of that and the violence part of it. She like gives like a very quick but soft hug, and then she just goes over to start checking on May to see if May's okay, and doing the same thing is just like trying to tend to May and like fussing. By the way, she's in pain this entire time. She's just constantly like shaking or like just like trying to reach out to check like shoulders okay, like you took a hurt, like you had stunned from your own stuff, and it's like even ignoring the whole like literal thorny person and is just like, are you okay? But she's definitely like every now and then it's just like jolts and jitters.
Okay. Before you go to May, I do want you to make that presence empathy roll now. I was gonna have you do it earlier, but I didn't want to interrupt.
No, that makes sense. So presence is 1, empathy is 3, so that's 4 already, and then I have a specialty in empathy, so that's 2 more, I believe, and then because of my shared suffering ability, I get 2 more on empathy and medicine rolls. So I believe that's 8 that I'm rolling for this. This is what she knows. She's physically frail, but she knows how to take care of people when she can. Three successes.
Okay. Yeah, I think with 3 successes, I think both of you come out of this feeling a lot better emotionally. And I'll actually give Tia back 1 willpower. Did Gale take any willpower damage? Or lose any willpower, use any willpower?
No, I didn't need willpower. I just took
Okay.
some ass whoopings. And it was
Okay.
worth it.
So
Not
then,
sorry.
like, narratively, you feel a lot better.
I get that. Yeah. I'm all renewed. There's a burning sense of strength in me. I mean, I got to, cause I mean, this is a thing now. Now I really, really, really have to like step up for my buddies, especially for Tia. So yeah, I feel better now. I feel stronger. I feel less like I need to curl up somewhere and just hide.
I think it helps you Arnica, for going forward for the rest of the series. Think of it this way: Tia obviously doesn't know your situation, followers of you, but I think you as a player can treat this as, regardless if you lose your other follower, you have someone who will follow and remember you.
I'm so fucked up. Ow, everything hurts.
Go over to me. And, Nidra, you wanted to listen to police scanners, correct?
Yeah, no, she just wants to know, because again, she does intend to get them home, but she just needs to figure out how spectacularly bad, how hard that's going to be.
Okay. Are you only listening to police scanners, or are you looking deeper?
We'll look deeper now that we know, again,
Okay.
the level of bad that there is involved here. Because the best part is she still doesn't know who Celine is. She hasn't been involved in any of those discussions yet.
Okay.
She watched a weird lady dance with them. Oh, trust me, that question's gonna come up in a hot second. Dance with May and then ate a guy. What the fuck?
I have weird friends. What can I say?
You're gonna say a lot in a second, hopefully.
Oh, I'm ready.
So you there are stuff that like is out there, right? Like there's some stuff you just can't cover up, no matter how good you are. Like there's there's 2 dead guys, but one of them specifically fell out a window into the street. So like he's a lot harder to cover up and clean up that mess. So like when you like check on the scanner, there are calls going out about a guy fell from the building, and that they need EMS, police, whoever. But like there's not actually like a lot happening, right? Like you have a few opposing forces trying to cover this up.
So I can see a bunch of other people playing cleanup in real time.
Right. Like there's some stuff that they ignore because like it kind of works
in their favor.
Right? Like there's like a Reddit thread, conspiracy thread that's like Mothman seen flying over Milwaukee or something, right?
We're
not telling
Gale flying.
we're not telling Gale she was mistaken for Mothman. She will not be happy.
I had to tell my sister. No, look at this shit.
Okay, but it looks theoretically like, give or take other problems, we could get our asses home.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like that. Like again, like there was, like I'll say, like, for like context, the reporter that was out front, like, at a certain point, they pack up because nothing, there's no new people showing up, so there's not. So, like, as far as they didn't get anything. You're not seeing any news footage of what happened or anything. So,
okay, we'll take it for the moment. Any small blessings. Okay, and we'll turn back to everybody else. It looks like someone, probably multiple someones, are actually trying to clean this up. So, sure, there are people after us, but not mundane shit. I don't know how that was managed, except again, a bunch of people don't want what happened tonight to get out, so that's helping us. We can leave here whenever people are feeling up to it. We'll get home. I have an important question though, very important. The weird lady who was dancing with you, May, and I am sorry. I should have been more on top of that. I was not. When we were leaving, I looked in the rear view and she was eating a human. So I need to understand who that was, what was happening. Did you do something?
I mean, I'd never seen her before. I don't know really who she is, but she came in, she asked me to dance, but then she knew who I was. Like, she knew, like, and by now, like, May's, like, her dress and her veil are kind of a mess, obviously, so now. But it's like, even through all of this, she somehow knew specifically who I was. And then when Gail was going out the window, and then when Tia and I who was that? There was that other anyway, and then all of a sudden she was helping us at some point, and she seemed to be on our side, but I don't know because I don't know her. So I don't have a good answer. I'm sorry, but she seems like maybe she's gonna help. Maybe.
I mean, I'm not. She could be somebody like us, at least from the bits and pieces I've seen. So,
okay,
maybe.
Quick question: do you want to roll an occult?
I would love to.
Okay.
An interesting thing is about to activate here.
Can I get in on that occult roll by any chance?
Yes,
you have better
anybody who wants
odds
to
than me.
roll a cult can roll a cult
Yeah.
because you heard Abby say, "I've seen her
Eating
a
someone?
person."
Oh, I got
someone.
nothing. I'm not
So
doing
with
that.
so is this a cult with what else? Intelligence? Or-
Intelligence, yes.
Intelligence the cult. Okay, gotcha.
So one, Nidra's omnicompetence kicks in, so she does not suffer untrained penalties on that. And two, I am going to activate encyclopedic knowledge. It is a merit. I have not gotten to use it yet. It is literally weird shit from the internet kicks in.
3 successes.
Oh, nice.
Let's see.
Funnily enough, this is the kind of stuff that actually Tia is trained in. Her master's work is in occult, is in religious studies and like philosophy, specifically around existential work in different religious practices, but also because of the whole angels thing, she has a specialty in angels. So
Nice.
this is her stuff.
Excellent. Yeah, no, there is a look of intense concentration that means that Nidra is literally sorting through the files in her brain. And seriously, it's just like there is a loading moment, aka the flaw on omnicompetence is concentration. So she has to think really hard about something for a second. And it is an intelligence plus wits roll when a character is confronted with a situation or phenomena outside of normal realm of experience. So we will do odds and ends and then occult. Bless. Mirror you. Yeah, I'm kidding. Get back here. Roll out of the bloody box. Okay, so that is 10, and then no, just the one success.
Okay, so Nidra has a pretty good idea that, like, you know, if deviants exist, then there's a good chance that other supernaturals exist. That is about as far as your knowledge goes. However,
Oh yeah.
you say this, and like for Tia, that there's a few supernaturals that nom on people, but details are important. But Tia has a pretty good idea that it's probably not a werewolf, because you said you've seen Celine do it, which leaves, I think, beasts which you probably wouldn't know about. So like that leaves like vampires, and you can make a pretty good guess on that.
Considering the behavior and everything, I think there's
Yes.
just a moment of her like very absent-mindedly like just checking on May's well-being, and it's doing that. I think it's very like no. This is entirely justified. This is just checking in. Like, oh, she has very nice arms and what have you. Your dress looks very pretty. She's like, I'm too, like internally is like, you are too gay to be doing this right now. And but like in the midst of all that, she's just like, that's vampires, and she doesn't even like really look up. She just kind of says it offhandedly.
Did you say vampires?
Oh, yeah, that's there's a couple other things it could be, but
Wait, like an actual vampire?
not to put too fine a point on it, but like literally puts her hand like on your shoulder and is like showing the thorn marks on her hand now. It's just does it seem that hard to believe?
I mean, it was less weird when it was one of us. What?
Unless it, I mean, Oh, Nidra. Also, I remembered something I forgot to tell you before, which I just have to check with Sophia to make sure I actually know this in character. Because I wrote a note I forgot about, and then I checked my note. So I think May found out that Celine is the owner of Aphrodite.
Yes, Celine
Okay.
told you that.
She did. Oh, okay, Nidra. Sorry, I totally forgot about this because I kind of got smacked by an asshole today. But yeah, Celine told me she's sort of the owner of Aphrodite Security Systems. I don't know if that helps. But she told me that. And apparently she might be a vampire. Are those a thing?
Why not? Why not?
I mean, I guess.
Okay.
And-
All right. Yeah, no. Please. What you got, Fleet?
I'm so ready for Francis to just come in and be like, do Francis stuff.
It's fine. I mean, I just this whole time, I guess, been trying to find whatever. They have been rummaging around because this was their house. So like there's stuff in here. Like you're in my house. And it's like there's a sleeping bag that's been like ripped and then like badly sewn together with like 7 other sleeping bags to make a big sleeping bag in the corner. There's like the old Starbucks like logo, and like Francis has like been like drawing on it, and it's just like has a mustache. It's got like all this shit, but like this is where Francis hid in the day before she met y'all. So she's like rummaging around through, and she gets out a little green backpack, and she's opening it as she's listening to this talk about vampires. And she's been looking at everybody and hearing everybody, and she like checks to make sure the stuff's in the nods and says, it makes sense,
Go away. Fuck off. Oh shit, I'm not on mute.
No, honey.
I'm sorry. The cat's on my nerves.
Do continue for Francis.
I think Francis looks around and is like, listen, we can lay low. It sounds like there's enough going on. But do you remember the call that you got? Yes? You remember the call? 11 after hours?
You mean the flyer?
The flyer, and then we called them, and then it was like, oh,
Yeah.
we know they're coming, and
The Angel Network, yes.
the Angel Network. Well, it seems like since everybody and their mother was here tonight, if vampires are a thing, they might be more common than we think.
I don't know what to do with that data. I really don't. Also, I think I hate her. Like,
Oh, wow.
fuck.
Why? I didn't see you talk to her tonight.
Ooh, because if she's the one behind the Aphrodite stuff, I just found a whole lot of information about the stuff they knew / know about my company that they're just letting fly. That instead of trying to shut all this down, or I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what her game is. I really don't. But from what I can tell, when they said that, there was a merger between Pragma and or an exclusive deal between Pragma and Aphrodite Security, it is because Aphrodite Security almost runs Pragma right now, if everything I've just found can be believed. So while I am very confused and concerned about vampires existing, because that is far outside of my knowledge on many things. I mean, I believe you, Tia. I trust you. I just don't know what to do with that data. I'm mainly angry that you have just shown me the face of part of my problem. And now I have to figure out what to do with that.
I try to help when I can.
No, you did great, May. You did great. Thank you very much for risking a great deal for all of this. All of you, actually. Oh shit, Gale, your wings. I just noticed. Fuck. Do you want me to work on that now or when we get back?
You're not
Can
unmuted.
you do it? You're not muted. Yeah, I'm not muted. Gail's gonna go ahead and give him half a flex. And can you do it now?
Yeah,
they'd probably fit better.
Okay, I can do it now. And then we'll look like passing by, and we'll basically like put a hand on Francis's whatever clay surface is nearby. And he's like, thank you for getting me out of there.
Problem. Glad I could help. But I do have one more thing I think
Yes.
benefit all of us. Yes? And
Sure.
Francis is going to go, close your eyes. I have magical medicine brought to you by my genius powers. Do you all close your eyes?
Yes.
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 You feel a spritz of like whipped cream get into your mouth that has been scavenged from the Starbucks, and when they get to when they get to Arnica, they get to you, Gale, they kind of bend over and they're like, an offering for the god, and spritzes a whipped cream right into your mouth, so everyone gets a little whipped cream.
Amazing.
It's mostly just snack food in that bag.
Is this full fat? I mean, thank you.
Francis.
Thanks, Francis. That was real nice of you.
Francis, I only have one question to ask. do you have more of this?
Francis opens the green bag. It is full of whipped cream stolen from his Starbucks.
Oh no. Part of me is like, yay, whipped cream, and the other part is like, God, it's been a rough night. Anyone who won't do the whippets?
Are we yeah, are we at that level? Are we at that level where we're just gonna just straight up start doing with cream?
No. The Nidra's gonna go help Gail's wings, and then yeah. But so tempting. So tempting.
Francis, does this Starbucks have like a kettle and running water?
I don't think they have any electric things left over. There's no. I think you have to. I don't know. No and no, but one of the bags should have bottles of water I stole from a Dwayne Reed. Yes,
Okay. Are you hurt? Are you okay?
I'm good.
Thank you for saving me, by the way.
Hey, I'm not gonna let anything happen to that pretty face, and gonna chuck you under the chin a little bit. But also, those incredible dance moves. We didn't get to dance.
Yeah, I was hoping we would. I wanted to dance with everyone.
Well, I'm sure Tia was a great date. Gives you a little clap on the arm and goes back to like just collecting as many whipped cream cans that are just around. I think they're like looking at all their old stuff, trying to figure out like, are there disguises? What can we do here? Because everyone's kind of doing their thing. So I think Francis is gonna go try and like look around, make sure no one's following them, stand guard for the night as people heal up. I think they need a little time to like understand what's going on.
Now,
And when
you said disguise, and I would just like to point out last time someone said disguise, I said to put on fake mustaches. The people didn't wear fake mustaches and they got caught. So we all gonna have to draw on a mustache before we leave now because you said disguise.
Out a window and flew down. Do you think a mustache would have changed that for
Yes.
you? Do you think a mustache would have made that better or worse?
Yes, I've told you, Gail doesn't quite. She literally can. You look like a different person, like a bird. She is confused if you put on a fake mustache, and like King Shark, like a bird. It's enough to throw her off.
Gail.
She swears to God it works like that for everyone else. She really thinks fake mustaches work.
Gail, if it helps at all, we'll put our masquerade masks back on when we drive home.
I'm gonna
Okay.
wait till everyone stops looking, and I'm going to draw a mustache on every one of those masks.
Have a mask.
we should switch masks.
You should mold one onto my face.
I will. If you're gonna let me, I will. I will very carefully mold like a really like. I will carefully make sure everyone's mustache is individually drawn. Like you're gonna get a Jamie Heineman though, like a full walrus.
Obsessed.
Because I'm so athletic, I think I'm gonna try and like, if people do follow us, NT, I think like Francis will try and like draw them off and then circle back. But like I think they're gonna be outside keeping watch rest of the night as like themselves. They have the sleeping bag outside the front door with them again. They're just like they're gonna keep watch until we're ready to go. That's my vibe. I'm outside in my huge sleeping bag. But I look like the normal self.
But yeah. No, first opportunity, get all our asses back to the compound.
Nidra, did you get hurt? Are you okay?
I'm all right. I have some old bashes from our last great adventure, but those have to heal normally, I think.
No, they don't. I can help
No.
you.
Okay, sure.
It's not hard. You just gotta give me like a couple of minutes.
Sure.
Is that okay?
Yeah. And what she instead does is like starts trying to clean herself up. Like she is very aware of the fact that no, that blood isn't hers.
While Nidra's doing that, May just like closes her eyes, goes and does the same thing that she did with Tia, and just goes until another little couple of hibiscuses come out. And she's like, "It's not as nice as tea, but it will help a little bit." And she'll do another sacred flesh rapid healing. So now Nidra can heal How many is it? Bashing damage per turn in action scenes, or all bashing damage at the end of each scene, as well as any minor ailments such as like sprained ankle, and your natural healing time is halved.
Excellent.
I got one
Okay.
more dose hanging out on my head.
We'll
Gail,
keep that in mind.
Gail, did you get hurt?
Um,
I knock on the feathers.
a little, not probably not enough that I have to be healed, but also the fact that I am being offered a flower. Gail would absolutely take it even if she's 100% okay, just because. But May offered her a flower just like everybody else. Of course she wants it. Also, it's a flower, and she likes putting them in her mouth like a bird.
This one's blue. Special flower. Special kind of hibiscus. They're not usually blue.
No, they're not.
And
You're the
unlike
only one who
everyone
got
else who
blue.
like shoved it in their mouth because ooh, flower, it's weird. Gail loves it, and she is going to just sit there and very slowly nibble it because I'm going to nibble it into little shreds, just like a bird.
And the pollen like gets on your lips like crumbs.
All right, I'm just having a great time. I love every minute of this. I
So
don't know
now
why everyone else did this so fast. This is wonderful.
so
Flowers.
Gale gets the same effect of your healing time's halved, and you can heal 1 bashing damage per turn in action scenes and all the bashing damage at the end of each scene.
Hey, May?
Yeah.
Something you can maybe look into. Do you know who invited all those people? Because that is a lot more than I expected.
When you say all those people, who do you mean specifically?
Well, clearly there was a lot of people we all knew.
Oh. So it wasn't just my people. It was also
No, I knew that Mr. Nigel Fountain was going to be there, but I recognized some other people, so yeah.
I mean, if they're involved in any kind of, it was a charity gala, so if they were involved with a company or work that would have been working with the charity, or just because they have money, a lot of the times people with money just get invited because they have money. So,
I don't.
so
Okay, short version. So my sister was there. And
I
my
didn't know
sister
you have a
doesn't.
sister.
Yes, we are not
Oh.
on good terms.
Oh.
She did not help me when I needed her, and that's something we're gonna have a conversation about sometime. Anyway, no, I don't think she has a lot of money, and if she does, that's new.
Was she with anyone? Or just by herself?
She was talking to a bunch of people, but it was all marketing bullshit.
I don't know.
But it's not just about me. Like, we all had a lot of people we knew there. Somebody planned that.
And Celine knew who I was. She came over and talked to me specifically because she knew who I was. She didn't figure it out. She already knew. And she had all those people already in place. So I don't know.
So yeah.
There was also someone who someone terrible there from my past as well, and I'm confused as to why he or anyone related to the org would be there. And also the person who you protected me from is also still involved with them, with Seraphs.
Okay. So yeah.
So
can you figure that part out for us, May?
I can try. ST, can I do some kind of roll to see if I can figure out why all these people kind of came together? I'm trying to think of what May would be able to figure out on her own.
Well, you've got the spec in the events.
Yeah, socialized fundraisers.
Yeah, so if nothing else, you might be able to figure out who to talk to.
Okay.
Yeah, or maybe.
So, wits, politics, I guess.
Oh, cool. Okay. which is a 2. Where's my politics? I have a 3 in politics. This is finally something I'm good at.
Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2,
Get in
3,
there.
4, 5. Those are all failures.
Oh,
The
honey.
highest roll was a 7. What happens if I re-roll this?
You need to get actual dice or a different dice roller
I
at this point.
have them. They're just in a box somewhere.
Okay, so you said 0 successes.
Yes. And I re-rolled and I got 1 success. We can make it
Okay.
a 0.5. Where's inspiration when you need it?
Hold on, give me a moment, because I don't know if this game has it, but rolling
The DM can
dice.
decide. Oh, I wonder if I have anything. Any of my. Oh, but I did just remember. I had a thing I was going to mention quickly because one of my merits is prized experiment, and this is not necessarily related to exactly what we're talking about right now, but while it's in top of my mind. So prized experiment is a merit where it says if a conspiracy's agent takes an action that causes the deviant, me, it's lethal damage though. So I took bashing but not lethal. They would suffer a point of bashing damage. If the damage is aggravated, the damage to the association is lethal instead. So I don't think that actually matters. But in the future, if any
Okay.
of these people kick my butt, I'll get revenge.
Hold on. I'm just gonna look something up real quick.
Making your life difficult, I'm sorry.
No, you're not. I just have bad memory.
In the meantime, don't forget that you can check out our YouTube channel, Girls Run These Worlds, to find
There it is.
video on demand of past episodes.
I love that Jessie is the only one of us who remembers to do that consistently.
I used to have a YouTube channel. I know how to do this.
Thank you. It's appreciated.
A long time ago. 50 Shades of Fandom, if you want to look it up.
The internet never forgets.
Okay, so in the future, I think technically you're supposed to do this before you roll, but
no.
because we're
Not
still
typical.
technically learning the rules, if you want, I will let you spend 1 willpower
Oh!
to gain 3 more dice to roll.
Yes, I will spend that willpower. I pronounced that enough anyway. All right. You know what? I'm gonna give. Who's had good rolls tonight? I'm gonna let Nidra. Yeah, I'll let Nidra roll them today. I'm sorry, Angela. Next
Okay.
time.
Here's your 3 dice. You have 1 success.
Yay!
Okay,
I trust you.
there you go.
You have a 9. That was it.
Amazing. Thank
There you go.
you.
That's great.
Oh.
'Cause,
I closed the
So-
Google Dice Roller without realizing.
I'm gonna, as part of this, to clarify that no one else seemed to know. Well, Gale knew that who Gale was once he came in contact with Gale, but everyone else did not seem to know until
Ah.
Francis's variation had its scar problem. But Celine did, but none of the other people did. So you do know that. Celine told you a couple of things. That there was a jar that she was looking for that somebody stole from her. She asked you a lot of questions about her parents, just to clarify that.
Yes.
As
I
for
did
who
take
gets
notes.
invited to this, a lot of these people run in the same circles, right?
Okay.
Because they're all attempting to either acquire deviants or make them. They run in a lot of the same circles. So some of their people, even at the lower levels, are connected.
So May relays all of that information, but in a, a May way over to Nidra and basically says, yeah, so they were all there, but I don't think they knew that we were there or they were specifically there for us, except for Celine. And I think Celine maybe doesn't have anything to do with them specifically, but that part I'm not sure about. And then she asked me a bunch of questions, and she was asking me about my parents and whether or not they were, I think if they were trying to,
If they had any magical like object, specifically a clay
oh
jar.
yeah, they asked if we had if my parents had like a clay jar or other magical stuff. I was honestly a little distracted because she was really, really pretty. So that's on me. I apologize.
Okay, that gives us something to think about, I guess. Damn.
Okay.
It-
Don't want to like step on anybody's thing, but we do need to wrap up because we are at our time limit. So we will get to learn more and figure out more stuff next time.
Oh my gosh,
Thank
we
you, everyone,
survived.
for joining us. We'll go around and have everybody sign out real quick, and we will start this time with Tia.
Hello there, lovelies. Thank you for joining us for what was a chaotic and spectacular, occasionally tender episode. I am Angela Lemos Mogrovejo. You can find my work over at Voice of the Phoenix on itch.io or on Patreon at Philosophem. I'm a writer, poet, and game designer who's involved with a bunch of different things. And if you want to catch if you ever want to hire me, pardon, for music themes specifically related to TTRPG campaigns, you can contact me at in the stuff that's in listed in my link tree. And also, if you want to hear an example of one of those, you can catch me over on TTRPG's channel on Tuesdays for this upcoming Tuesday and the following Tuesday, a Wanderhome campaign that has been a little bit delayed because of sickness and such, but you can catch my theme there. That's me.
Awesome. Francis.
Awesome. Hi, I'm Fleet Dietrich. And imagine as we fade out, the mourner's cottage is being whispered outside of the Starbucks. But basically, I'm Fleet Dietrich. Find me at Fleet_Dietrich. My pronouns are they, she. I'm a TTRPG designer. I am a comedian. I do all that fun stuff. We just closed the submissions for the TTRPG bundle for abortion access to reproductive rights. We have 32 games in our bundle for $10 or $12.50, depending on if itch's taxes work out. So keep an eye out. Please follow me to get updates on that. It's for the Brigade Alliance for paying for lodging, travel, childcare, and food for anyone who leaves the state to seek a safe abortion. You can also find me at the Lost Caravan, where I believe I was just offered a monthly Merkborg spot. So you can find me as the Four-Faced Oracle there, running that monthly, and there will be casting calls for that too. So please sign up. I want to diversify the pool and get more people in there and really make this a one-shot blood gore celebration. Yeah, you can find all my games there. And thank you all for joining in.
All right, and May.
Hello. Knocking things over. I am May, also known as Jessie. Thank you for watching. We love you all very much. Or at least I do. And what do? I'm opening a new business here in my little city of Belleville. It's called Doki Doki. You can check us out on social media at Doki Doki Belleville. Easy to remember. And other than that, I do stuff on Twitter sometimes. I'm getting back into cosplay finally, so watch out for that on my Twitter. And you can just find me here every week being a cool cat. I think that's. Oh, and I do business stuff. If you need help with business or you want me to put something on a shirt for you, I can also do that. I do lots of stuff. I'm a serial entrepreneur. That's me.
Awesome. And Nidra.
Hello. I am Abby. I have been playing Nidra Nikorchik, who is a giant bundle of all sorts of damages right now. But we made it. We made it. Yeah, you can find me and my random nerd girl thoughts over on Twitter at Clarion Call. I have finished spamming the world about my random travels across the American Southeast, so now we're going back to some more normal stuff and or slash Dragon Con. Hey. But past that, we've got Aberrant Atomic Youth coming back in the month of September, so look forward to information on that. I play Water Lily, also somebody who kind of has their own issues. Can you sense a theme? I sure can. And I look forward to seeing what the cohort gets up to next week. Yeah, Arnica, that van is gonna go somewhere unfortunate sooner than later.
I see how you are. I see. That's fine. That's
We'll
fine.
get you a new one, a Panera Bread fan.
She refuses to be called Yeasty Boy one more time. The van will suffer.
I dissociated for the sole moment of Yeasty Boy statement.
I found out that there is a beer that is called Yeasty Boys. Do I sue? I clearly came up with this.
Arnica, get us out of here.
All right, and I am Nerdy Teddy. Please,
Oh,
go
wait,
follow
did
me
we did we let Arnica go? I don't think we let Arnica
No,
go.
it's fine. Arnica's asleep in her upper
I'm
left hand
sorry.
corner.
I thought I
So-
did let Gail go. I'm sorry.
It's fine. Hi, I'm Arnica. I played Gail, your biomechanical bird god. You can find me here on Thursdays, and normally you can find me on Fridays on Valorant's Twitter channel running Avatar Legends, A Reign of Smoke and Ashes. But this week we are off because Val is having a party. But we will be back next week. There's probably something else I'm doing, but to be fair, I've been up since 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Y'all are lucky I'm this coherent. So now I'm going to go ahead and toss it off to Sophia.
Okay, and now I'm Nerdy Teddy. You can go find me over on Twitter at Nerdy Teddy, as well as I'm usually over on Nerds with Dice, playing all kinds of TTRPG stuff. You can check out on Sunday mornings, Little Club of Mysteries, Brindlewood Bay campaign. Just closed the casting call for Buffy the Vampire Slayer, so that'll be out coming November after Brindlewood Bay season 1 finishes up, so keep an eye out for that as well. There's currently a casting call for Reprehensible. We are recasting a couple people. It is a trans and non-binary only villainous mutant and masterminds podcast. Currently the expected time to record will be 8 p.m. EST on Tuesday nights. Yeah, go check out the bundle. I have something in that bundle as well. You can check out Jefferson Falls 93 in there. So, yeah, and we are going to raid, I believe, Total Party Kiss. And we'll see you next time, everybody. Bye.